Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back. I'm your diviner today, LotusMaje. If you are new here, hello. If you've been here before, welcome back. I would advise you all, whether new or old, to make sure you have your tea, grab your seat, suss out the vibes, and see what we get. We might get a little kiki, we might not. But if you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title of this video, more than likely you have. That's why you clicked on it. You know we are doing a reading on Megan Thee Stallion and Partisan Fontaine. More so, kind of like what was the breakdown between their relationship and their relationship and why they are no longer together. This is a requested video. A lot of people have really wanted to see this since the whole thing with Megan Thee Stallion's comeback has been going on, and of course, because Partisan Fontaine is now moved on. So, before I do get into that, I do want to issue a disclaimer. You will see it at the bottom of my description box, and I'm stating it now verbally that all statements moving henceforth in this video are alleged for entertainment purposes only. You should not use tarot for any professional advice, whether that is medical, financial, or legal. Please consult those who you need to in order to make sound decisions. First and foremost, discernment is everything. So if you believe one thing I say, okay. If you believe half of what I'm saying, cool. If you choose to believe everything I'm saying, you are, the onus is on you. It is not on me because I am just a girl on the internet who is reading cards. I don't hold any kind of professional holdings with this. I don't have any insight. I'm not saying that this is true. Don't believe anything I'm saying. That would be better for you and for me. Because again, it's all for entertainment. Secondly, with all of that being said and out of the way, if tarot is something that disturbs your spirit, now is your time to click off. Because if I haven't said it so many times now, and if the cards do not give you a hint, this is a tarot divination channel. So if things like astrology get on your nerve, if intuition, if you think people who divine about the future and the past and things like that are heathens, etc., it does not mess with your religious beliefs, whatever, this is your time to click off. Go elsewhere. We don't need to keep the energy here. If you are someone like me who is just in it for the fun of it, you kind of believe in it, whatever the case may be, stick around and let's see what we get. So, now that I have said that, let's get into this reading because people want to know what's going on. So, let's see. What was the cause of the breakup between Megan and Partisan Fontaine? What was the cause of the breakup between Megan and Partisan Fontaine? Let's read some insight into why Megan and Partisan Fontaine broke up. Stallion and Partisan Fontaine decided to call it quit spirit up. And I was just going to pull that one. Seems like things just ran its course. It was time for it to be over and done with. So we have the Four of Swords here. We have the Nine of Wands. And then we have the Nine of Swords. So the Four of Swords here usually can mean like rest and respite. It can usually mean like taking a beat before gearing up to get into the battle, before things kind of like get bad. So with this, it feels like to me, I would not be surprised if they actually broke up before the whole trial thing. If you know, you know. I'm not going to get into that here. I wouldn't be surprised if they did break up before that. Also with the Nine of Wands here and the imagery of kind of like the man behind bars. Again, I would not be surprised if the whole trial situation was something that was like the lead up into them breaking up. It was just too much. It was tiresome. A lot was coming up. A lot was being said. A lot was being rumored. People looking at you crazy, whatever. It was just becoming a heavy lift. It was like things have run its course. And then as we see here with the Nine of Swords, this usually speaks to like a brutal ending, things not ending quite the way they wanted. backstabbing, potentially just like done, tired, let it go. We also do have the Princess of Disc here, so I wonder if there was someone on the outskirts who was kind of like getting in between this situation or possibly letting party know something. It doesn't have to be a woman, but this is potentially a earth sign, a Taurus, a Capricorn, a Virgo, kind of like getting in the middle and stating some things. So and then also the underlying cup, we have a seven. It's a lot of tension energy that we're getting with this. A lot of like the nines is a lot of endings, like coming to a completion of things. You have the four and the seven that kind of speaks to that in between energy of like gearing up to work or like wanting to drop things. Again, the seven of cups here, and then it's coming up in reverse. I always like to tell people the seven of cups to me always speaks to kind of like the choices, the what ifs, the what is going to be, how it's going to turn out, kind of like looking long term, kind of reminiscing, taking in all your options, considerations, things like that. That's how I always interpret them. So yeah, and then the other underlying card is the Sultana, which would be the priestess, because no, Empress, sorry. So there is some strong feminine energy here. But let's see if we can get a bit more clarity on this. Spirit, can you provide me with a bit more clarity on what led to the breakup between Megan Thee Stallion and Partisan Fontaine? Oh, did something flip over? Get some clarity on what led to the breakup between Partisan Fontaine and Megan Thee Stallion. The Stallions. So we have honey child, abundance, fertility, belief, succor, growth, warmth, beginnings in your prime. Um, Again, something about just makes me feels like it ended prematurely, and I don't know if that's kind of like coming from his end or hers, but something tells me like this. It was a nice relationship. I think they both were enjoying it, but I think people's point of view about each other, their beliefs about one another, started to change and morph. Okay. Here's all the cards I got. So first and foremost, we have kiss my grits, which means no thank you, walk away, refusal, know your worth, self-respect, and strength. I feel like this is all Megan to me. Um, the kiss my grits kind of feels like her pride to me. It comes through as like her pride. Um, and again, I'm not trying to defend anybody. I'm not saying that I agree with this, but doing that whole trial. I mean, even still afterwards, I just did a reading earlier on her and Blueface. I card up here, but it was so much coming up about her her bedroom activities, her people that she has little dalliances with. And I feel like she just got into this space of like, I'm not, whether she regretted them or not, or they were brought on by allegedly drunken stupors, if it was just physical connections, or if she even wanted them, hell. I think she was just kind of like, I'm not backing down off of that. I'm not going to feel ashamed. You either going to like me or you're not, because half of y'all be out here doing the same thing, if not worse. And I feel like she was just like, I'm I'm not about to kind of like explain till I'm blue in the face, because it's so much other stuff that I have going on. Like, fuck you. Like, it is what it is. I feel like I'm tapping into her. Like, it is what it is. This is who I am. This is what happened. This is how it happened. Like, it's whatever. Like, you knew I was a hot girl when you got with me. So why are you acting like it was all for show? Like, I don't talk about it. I am about it. And then we have bump on a log, which reads lazing around, loafing, inertia, false start, non response, and disinterest. So to me, it feels like there was definitely interest here. There was definitely a lot of work being had, but I think it just got to a point where they were I think both of them felt like it was just becoming too much of a lift to do. Because look with the other card, we have two peas in a pod, soul partnership, resonance, true love, mirror match, blessings, and life mate. I would not be surprised if these two were still talking to each other. But they needed a minute to distance themselves to kind of grow, give it some breath, some air between each other. Um, yeah. And I wonder if he also seen Megan in a depressive moment, and it kind of was like, who are you? Because, like, I've never seen you like this. Because we got, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody help. Self love, relaxation, regeneration, satiety within, and replenishment. I think she was at a low, which is completely understandable about everything that was going on in her life. She lost two people that were very important to her. She, was harmed in such a way. The public ridicule and scrutiny and everything like that. And, like, yeah, I get it. And I think it weighed a lot in their relationship. That trial weighed a lot in their relationship. I would say I would not be surprised if that was kind of like the beginning of the end for them, for sure. And then I think she started looking at him crazy because his feathers got ruffled. We have don't get your feathers ruffled, which means inner calm, well being, patience, deep breathing, compassion, the ideal. Um, I feel like he could have compassion for her, but I don't think, from what I've gathered on Megan in previous readings, I don't think she had the compassion to kind of like, I don't want to say coddle him, but I feel like that's what she kind of felt like she was going to have to do. Like, why am I coddling you and I'm the one that's hurt? I'm the one that's going through this, and you want me to coddle your feelings because people are saying this and that about our relationship. Like, I don't have time for that. You either believe in this or you don't. And I'm not going to be here to kind of like be emotionally invested in it. Love you, but right now I got to work on me. You're supposed to be pouring into me, kind of thing. So I would not be surprised if that was like some of the fractures that was starting to appear in their relationship, because of this whole trial thing and everything that was going on. I do think he was starting to look at her different because, again, allegedly, I feel like she was in a low place emotionally, probably, mentally, and it just left a lot of room for doubt and for him to question things and for him to kind of like seek solace outside. And maybe that's where this outside influence was coming in at, whoever that is. But let's see what else I'm getting here. Any last clarifying cards here on Megan Thee Stallion and Partisan Fontaine? I'll pick that up in a minute. I just kind of want to see what else is going to shake out. Any last clarifying cards on Megan Thee Stallion and Partisan Fontaine's energy? Okay, so I think that's everything. 1 second. So first and foremost, we have lightning disruption. So yes, of course, again, this makes complete sense. That trial, everything that unfolded, all of those things that was going on, again, the public scrutiny, the ridicule, the back and forth, the rumors, the allegations, the politics of it all that was going on at the time. Yes, it caused a lot of disruption in their relationship. We're not surprised by that. Bees with the community, again, this feels like external, like the public, with the bees and community. Like, they were not feeling it. And lastly, we have the metamorphosis butterfly. So to me, this brings about like negative change for the worse, not change for the better. And that's very much what happened in their relationship. The other underlying card here we have is the flamingo fun. It reaped a lot of the fun. It drained a lot of the fun from this relationship. It took a lot of the opportunity. It took a lot of the air out the room. It did not allow for things to kind of grow and form from there. It became work at that point. And I think what I feel is that I feel like Megan was like, I don't need any more work. I don't need any more heavy lifting. I don't need any more trouble. I don't need any more drama. I don't need any more heavy lifting. Like, this is already consuming me as much as it is. It's already taking up a major priority in my life. I can't, unfortunately, I just can't give it to my relationship when I thought it was solid. Like I shouldn't have had to. It's all here and there. You practically knew. I think they did share a lot with each other too. I do think these two have some deep love for each other, but again, I think that that whole trial, that whole incident, um, again, I think it kind of like it was like yeah, I feel like this is the best analogy. It was like putting a rock on an ant. You know, ants can hold up to, you know, 1,000 times their weight. But if you do put something eventually heavy enough on them, it's gonna squish them. It's gonna be hard for them to kind of like lift it and carry it. And I feel like that's what this was. It was a break in the chain essentially, a chink in the armor, and it just kind of kept nailing and hammering away at it, chiseling away at it, and it led to the demise of the relationship. I would not be surprised if these two get back together again, like I said, or at least become good friends in the future. Because I feel like there's still a lot of like mutual affection here. I don't know so much about respect because I don't think they respect the way the other kind of handled things that was going down, and maybe hurtful things were said, but they could always be fixed if they were to have a conversation. But, you know, if they were in that space to kind of like forgive and talk. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Kind of sad, kind of bittersweet. Feels pretty bittersweet. But that's what I got. Let me know if you like this reading by giving it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think, who you think this external influence was here, this princess of this that got in their relationship here. Let me know down in the comment section below. With all of that being said, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you see the next time I upload. And I will see you all in the next video.